Hey there, frequent flyers. Whether you're a seasoned traveler or someone who only flies occasionally, you've probably wondered about the air quality inside the airplane cabin. Ever wondered if the air you breathe at 35,000 feet is safe? It's a question that crosses many minds, especially during long-haul flights. Let's dive into the truth about cabin air quality on commercial flights. Understanding this can help you feel more at ease the next time you buckle up for a journey. First off, let's talk about how air gets to you in the cabin. The process is more complex than you might think. Modern aircraft use a mix of fresh air from the engines or auxiliary power units called APUs and recirculated cabin air. This combination ensures that the air is continuously refreshed. This blend is crucial for maintaining a comfortable environment, but it's not foolproof. There are still challenges to ensuring the air remains clean and safe. Fume events can happen when oils or hydraulic fluids leak and mix with the incoming air. These incidents, though rare, can affect the air quality significantly. Several factors influence these contaminants, like the type of oil used, the temperature, humidity, and how quickly air is exchanged in the cabin. Each of these elements plays a role in the overall air quality. The good news? Regulatory agencies say fume events are pretty rare. So while they do happen, they are not something you should be overly concerned about on every flight. A 2017 study by the European Union Aviation Safety Agency found that cabin air quality is often as good as, or even better than, the air in most indoor environments. This is reassuring for those who spend a lot of time flying. They measured 69 flights and found no breaches of occupational exposure limits. This means that the air quality was within safe limits for both passengers and crew. Thanks to high air exchange rates, pollutants are effectively reduced. The air inside the cabin is refreshed multiple times an hour, ensuring a steady supply of clean air. But let's be real, fume events do happen, although they're uncommon. When they do, they can be quite alarming for those on board. When they do, they can cause short-term health issues like eye irritation, sore throats, shortness of breath, and headaches. These symptoms can be uncomfortable but are usually temporary. While most symptoms go away quickly, some crew members have reported ongoing health problems. This has led to increased scrutiny and calls for better safety measures. However, research hasn't definitively linked these symptoms to fume events. More studies are needed to understand the long-term effects fully. So, what's being done about this? The aviation industry is actively seeking solutions to improve air quality and reduce the risk of fume events. There's a push for more research and better reporting on fume events. This includes gathering more data and understanding the root causes. Ideas on the table include installing air quality monitoring equipment and using safer fluids. These measures could significantly reduce the risk of contamination. In March 2022, the Cabin Air Quality Act was introduced. This legislation aims to address these issues head-on. This act aims to improve training for aviation personnel and enhance the monitoring of smoke and fume incidents. Better training means better preparedness and quicker responses. By focusing on cabin air quality, we can make flying safer and more comfortable for everyone. It's a collective effort that benefits all passengers and crew members. After all, a healthy flight is a happy flight. When the air is clean, everyone on board can enjoy a more pleasant journey. Thanks for watching. Fly safe and breathe easy. Remember, staying informed is the first step to a better flying experience. Remember, the skies are safer when we all work together. Cooperation and vigilance are key to maintaining high standards of air quality. Catch you on the next flight. Until then, keep those seatbelts fastened and those air vents open.